Hello friend. Today we are going to check machine learning, Lorentzian classification technical indicator. First of all, we should know what is Lorentzian classification. A Lorentzian Distance Classifier, LDC, is a machine learning classification algorithm capable of categorizing historical data from a multidimensional feature space. This indicator demonstrates how Lorentzian classification can also be used to predict the direction of future price movements when used as the distance metric for a novel implementation of an Approximate Nearest Neighbors (ANN) algorithm. In physics, Lorentzian space is perhaps best known for its role in describing the curvature of spacetime in Einstein's theory of general relativity. Interestingly, however, this abstract concept from theoretical physics also has tangible real-world applications in trading. So let us see how to use this indicator. First of all, go to TradingView.com and log in into the website. After that, launch any script and search for machine learning, Lorentzian classification in indicator section. When we found the indicator, we should click the indicator. Now let us see the settings. General settings. Source. This has a default value of HLC3 and is used to control the input data source. Neighbors count. This has a default value of 8, a minimum value of 1, a maximum value of 100, and a step of 1. It is used to control the number of neighbors to consider. Max bars back. This has a default value of 2000. Feature count. This has a default value of 5, a minimum value of 2, and a maximum value of 5. It controls the number of features to use for ML predictions. Color compression. This has a default value of 1, a minimum value of 1, and a maximum value of 10. It is used to control the compression factor for adjusting the intensity of the color scale. Show exits. This has a default value of false. It controls whether to show the exit threshold on the chart. Use dynamic exits. This has a default value of false. It is used to control whether to attempt to let profits ride by dynamically adjusting the exit threshold based on kernel regression. Feature engineering settings. Note, the feature engineering section is for fine-tuning the features used for ML predictions. The default values are optimized for the 4H to 12H timeframes for most charts, but they should also work reasonably well for other timeframes. By default, the model can support features that accept two parameters, parameter A and parameter B, respectively. Even though there are only 4 features provided by default, the same feature with different settings counts as 2 separate features. If the feature only accepts one parameter, then the second parameter will default to EMA-based smoothing with a default value of 1. These features represent the most effective combination I have encountered in my testing, but additional features may be added as additional options in the future. Feature 1. This has a default value of RSI and options are RSI, WT, CCI, ADX. Feature 2. This has a default value of WT and options are RSI, WT, CCI, ADX. Feature 3. This has a default value of CCI and options are RSI, WT, CCI, ADX. Feature 4. This has a default value of ADX and options are RSI, WT, CCI, ADX. Feature 5. This has a default value of RSI and options are RSI, WT, CCI, ADX. Filters settings. Use volatility filter. This has a default value of true. It is used to control whether to use the volatility filter. Use regime filter. This has a default value of true. It is used to control whether to use the trend detection filter. Use ADX filter. This has a default value of false. It is used to control whether to use the ADX filter. Regime threshold. This has a default value of -0.1, a minimum value of -10, a maximum value of 10, and a step of 0.1. It is used to control the regime detection filter for detecting trending/ranging markets. ADX threshold. This has a default value of 20, a minimum value of 0, a maximum value of 100, and a step of 1. It is used to control the threshold for detecting trending/ranging markets. Kernel regression settings. Trade with kernel. This has a default value of true. It is used to control whether to trade with the kernel. Show kernel estimate. This has a default value of true. It is used to control whether to show the kernel estimate. Look back window. This has a default value of 8 and a minimum value of 3. It is used to control the number of bars used for the estimation. Recommended range, 3 to 50. Relative weighting, this has a default value of 8 and a step size of 0.25. It is used to control the relative weighting of time frames. Recommended range, 0.25 to 25. Start regression at bar, this has a default value of 25. It is used to control the bar index on which to start regression. Recommended range, 0 to 25. Display settings. Show bar colors, this has a default value of true. It is used to control whether to show the bar colors. Show bar prediction values, this has a default value of true. It controls whether to show the ML model's evaluation of each bar as an integer. Use ATR offset, this has a default value of false. It controls whether to use the ATR offset instead of the bar prediction offset. Bar prediction offset, this has a default value of 0 and a minimum value of 0. It is used to control the offset of the bar predictions as a percentage from the bar high or close. Backtesting settings. Show backtest results, this has a default value of true. It is used to control whether to display the win rate of the given configuration. Now here we can see for HDFC Bank one-day timeframe data the win rate is 60.9%, which is not good at all. Total trades are 69, out of which 42 are won opportunities and 27 are opportunities lost. So according to this strategy, win-loss ratio comes out to be 1.56. Another thing which is mentioned as early signal flips means stop loss, which is around 2, that is good, but if we test in real market it will give more stop loss. We should combine this model with other indicator to increase the win rate. Now in another video we will backtest this strategy. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe our channel for latest updates.